Ladies and gentlemen, everybody wants success. Everybody wants to live better, earn more, and achieve their dreams. But let me ask you something. Are you actually getting results, or are you just talking about what you want? Because let's be real, wishing won't change your life. Hoping won't pay your bills. Wanting something won't make it happen. Only results matter. Think about the most successful people in the world. They didn't get there by luck. They didn't sit around waiting for the perfect moment. They got up, took action, and did whatever it took to make things happen. That's the difference between dreamers and doers. Dreamers keep thinking about success. Doers create it. Now, here's the hard truth. If you're not getting results, it's because you don't have a results-driven mindset. And that's exactly what I'm going to help you build today. By the time we're done, you're going to stop making excuses, stop waiting for the right time, and start thinking like a winner. Because once you develop this mindset, nothing can stop you. Stay with me. This is about to change everything. A dream without a plan is just a wish. If you want real results, you need to set clear, measurable goals. The reason most people never achieve what they want in life is because they don't even know exactly what they're aiming for. They have vague ideas like, I want to be successful, or I want to make more money, but what does that actually mean? How do you measure success? How much more money do you want to make? By when? Without specific goals, you have no direction. You're just hoping things will get better instead of creating a plan to make them better. Think about it like this. If you get in your car and start driving with no destination in mind, where do you end up? Nowhere. You might drive around for hours, but you won't make real progress because you don't have a clear direction. Your goals are the same. You can't just say, I want to improve my life. You have to define how you're going to do it and what success actually looks like for you. The clearer your goal, the easier it is to create a plan to reach it. Let's say you want to lose weight. Instead of just saying, I want to get in shape, you set a specific goal. I will lose 20 pounds in the next 4 months by exercising 5 times a week and eating a balanced diet. That's a clear goal. It tells you exactly what you need to do, how long it should take, and what success looks like. Now, you can track your progress. You can measure how much weight you've lost each week. And if you're not making progress, you can adjust your strategy. This applies to everything in life. If you want to make more money, set a specific goal. Instead of saying, I want to be rich, say, I will increase my income by $20,000 this year by starting a side business and growing my client base. Now, instead of just hoping for financial success, you have a clear plan. You know what you need to do to make it happen. The key to setting powerful goals is making sure they are measurable. If you can't measure it, you can't improve it. When you set goals, always ask yourself, how will I know when I've achieved this? If there's no clear way to track your progress, then your goal is too vague. You need to be able to look at your progress and say, yes, I'm moving in the right direction, or no, I need to make some adjustments. Without measurable goals, you're just guessing. Another important part of goal setting is giving yourself a deadline. If you don't set a timeline for your goal, it's easy to keep pushing it off. You'll say, I'll start next week, or I'll get to it when I have more time. But next week turns into next month, and next month turns into next year. That's why so many people stay stuck in the same place. They want change, but they never commit to it with a specific deadline. If you say, I want to learn a new skill, don't leave it open-ended. Instead, say, I will take an online course and become skilled in digital marketing within 6 months. Now you have a clear deadline and you can hold yourself accountable. One mistake a lot of people make is setting goals that are too big all at once. There's nothing wrong with dreaming big, but if your goal feels overwhelming, it can stop you from even starting. The key is to break it down into smaller steps. If your goal is to start your own business, don't just say, I want to be a successful entrepreneur. Break it down. This month, I will research my business idea and create a plan. Next month, I will register my business and build my web. Step by step, you move closer to your ultimate goal. Your mindset also plays a huge role in achieving your goals. If you don't believe you can do it, you won't even try. A results-driven mindset means you approach your goals with confidence. You expect success, and you're willing to put in the work to make it happen. Too many people let doubt hold them back. They think, what if I fail? But failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the process. When you set clear goals, track your progress, and keep pushing forward, failure just becomes a lesson that helps you grow. It's also important to write your goals down. Studies have shown that people who write their goals are much more likely to achieve them than those who just keep them in their heads. Writing your goals makes them real. It forces you to commit. And once they are written down, review them regularly. Remind yourself what you're working toward every single day. Another way to make sure you reach your goals is to share them with someone you trust. When you tell someone about your goal, you create accountability. Now, it's not just an idea in your head, it's a commitment you've made. Having someone check in on your progress can keep you motivated and help you stay on track. At the end of the day, achieving results starts with setting the right goals. If you don't define what success looks like, you'll never get there. Be specific, set deadlines, track your progress, and stay committed. Because once you start setting clear, measurable goals, you stop making excuses and start seeing real results. Taking ownership of your results is the key to success. Too many people blame their circumstances, their past, or other people for where they are in life. But here's the truth. Nobody is going to come and save you. Nobody is responsible for your success except you. If you don't take ownership of your actions, your progress, and your results, you'll stay stuck exactly where you are. The moment you decide that everything in your life, good or bad, is your responsibility, that's when you take control of your future. People who don't take ownership always have excuses. They say, I would be successful if my boss gave me a raise, or I would be in better shape if I had more time to work out. They wait for someone or something to change before they take action. But guess what? That change isn't coming. Nobody is going to hand you success. You have to go out and make it happen for yourself. If you don't like where you are, change it. If you're not getting results, don't blame the world. Look at what you can do differently. That's the mindset of winners. Successful people don't waste time complaining because they know it doesn't solve anything. Complaining doesn't move you forward. It doesn't make your goals any closer. The only thing complaining does is keep you stuck in a negative mindset. When you complain, you give away your power. You're saying, I'm not in control of my life. But the moment you stop making excuses and start taking responsibility, you take your power back. You realize that no matter what happens, you have the ability to turn things around. This doesn't mean life is fair. Sometimes you will face obstacles that are out of your control. Maybe you grew up in a tough situation. Maybe you've had setbacks that made things harder for you. But that doesn't mean you can't succeed. There are people who have come from nothing and built incredible lives for themselves. The difference between them and everybody else is simple. They didn't let their circumstances define them. They refused to be victims. Instead of focusing on what was unfair, they focused on what they could do. If you want to be successful, you have to adopt that same mindset. You have to take full responsibility for where you are in life. That means looking at your habits, your decisions, and your actions. If you're not where you want to be, ask yourself, what can I do differently? Stop looking for someone else to blame and start looking for ways to improve. Because here's the truth. If you blame others for your problems, you also give them control over your future. But when you take responsibility, you take control of your own destiny. One of the biggest signs of personal ownership is the ability to admit when you're wrong. A lot of people struggle with this. They make mistakes, but instead of learning from them, they get defensive. They try to justify their actions or make excuses. But the most successful people are the ones who can say, I messed up and I'm going to fix it. Owning your mistakes is a sign of strength, not weakness. When you take responsibility for your failures, you give yourself the power to learn and grow. Another part of taking ownership is understanding that effort alone isn't enough. Some people work hard but still don't get results. And when they don't see success, they say, well, at least I tried. But trying isn't the same as succeeding. If something isn't working, you have to adjust. You have to analyze what you're doing and make changes. Just because you're putting in effort doesn't mean you're doing the right things. A results-driven person doesn't just work hard, they work smart. They evaluate their actions and make sure they're actually moving in the right direction. Taking ownership also means setting high standards for yourself. People with a weak mindset settle for less because they think this is good enough. But if you want real success, you have to push yourself. You have to expect more from yourself than anyone else does. Nobody is going to hold you accountable the way you can hold yourself accountable. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you have goals, chase them with everything you've got. Don't wait for motivation. Build the discipline to follow through even when you don't feel like it. One of the most powerful things you can do is stop saying, I have to, and start saying, I get to. Instead of thinking, I have to wake up early to work on my business, change it to, I get to wake up early and build something great. Instead of saying, I have to exercise, say, I get to improve my health. That small shift in mindset makes a huge difference. It turns your responsibilities into privileges, and that helps you stay focused and committed. At the end of the day, your success or failure comes down to one thing: you. Nobody else. Not your parents, not your boss, not the economy, not luck. You. The moment you stop waiting for things to change and start taking responsibility for your own results, that's the moment your life will change. If you want something, go get it. No more excuses, no more blaming, just action. Because the only person who can turn your dreams into reality is the one looking back at you in the mirror. Your mindset is everything. The way you think determines the results you get in life. If you approach challenges with a weak, doubtful mindset, you will fail before you even start. But if you develop a strong, disciplined, and determined mindset, nothing can stop you. The problem is, most people don't realize how much their own thoughts hold them back. They let fear, excuses, and negative thinking keep them from going after what they really want. If you want real success, you have to train your mind to focus on results instead of obstacle. The first step to developing a strong mindset is eliminating doubt. Doubt is the number one killer of dreams. The moment you start questioning whether you're good enough, smart enough, or talented enough, you've already lost half the battle. Successful people don't waste time doubting themselves. They believe in their ability to figure things out. They don't wait until they feel ready, because they understand that waiting is just another excuse. If you want to win, you have to start acting like a winner before you see the results. You have to move with confidence even when you don't have all the answers. Discipline is another major part of a results-driven mindset. Too many people rely on motivation to get things done. The problem with motivation is that it comes and goes. Some days you wake up feeling excited and energized, and other days you don't feel like doing anything. If you only take action when you feel motivated, you'll never be consistent enough to see real results. That's why discipline is so important. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It means showing up every single day, putting in the work, and staying committed no matter what. A strong mindset also means understanding that failure is part of success. People with a weak mindset see failure as the end of the road. When things don't go their way, they quit. But people with a results-driven mindset see failure as a lesson. They understand that every mistake is just another step towards success. Instead of saying, I failed, they say, what can I learn from this? They don't take failure personally. They don't let it shake their confidence. They use it as fuel to get better. If you want to succeed, you have to stop being afraid of failing. The only real failure is giving up. One thing that separates successful people from everyone else is their ability to stay focused. We live in a world full of distractions. Social media, entertainment, and negativity can pull you away from your goals if you let them. A weak mindset gives into these distractions. It says, I'll get to it later, or I'll start tomorrow. But a strong mindset knows that later and tomorrow are just excuses. If you want results, you have to block out the noise and stay locked in on what really matters. One of the most powerful things you can do to train your mind is to watch the words you speak. The way you talk to yourself matters. If you constantly say, I'm not good enough, or I'll never succeed, your mind will believe it. But if you start speaking confidence into yourself, saying things like, I can figure this out, or I am built for success, your mind will follow. Words have power. Speak success over your life every single day. Another key part of a strong mindset is surrounding yourself with the right people. If you spend your time with people who complain, make excuses, and don't push themselves, you will start to think the same way. But if you surround yourself with people who are driven, disciplined, and focused, their mindset will rub off on you. If you want to be great, you have to spend time around people who expect greatness from themselves. The company you keep shapes the way you think, and the way you think shapes your results. A results-driven mindset also means taking control of your emotions. Life will throw challenges at you. People will doubt you. You will face rejection, disappointment, and frustration. But the way you react to these things is what makes the difference. A weak mindset gets emotional and gives up. A strong mindset stays calm, focused, and in control. When something doesn't go your way, don't waste time feeling sorry for yourself. Instead, ask yourself, what's the next move? Keep pushing forward, no matter what. Another way to strengthen your mindset is to develop the habit of taking action. A lot of people overthink everything. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect plan, or the perfect conditions. But perfect doesn't exist. If you sit around waiting for the right moment, you'll never get started. A strong mindset knows that action creates momentum. Even if you're not sure what the best move is, just make a move. Get started and figure it out along the way. At the end of the day, your mindset is the foundation of your success. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't have the right mindset, you will never reach your full potential. You have to train your mind the same way an athlete trains their body. You have to push yourself to think differently, act differently, and expect more from yourself. Success is not about luck. It's about discipline, focus, and a mindset that refuses to accept anything less than results. If you build a strong mindset, nothing can stop you. Success is not just about what you know or how talented you are. It's about taking action. You can have the best ideas in the world, but if you don't execute them, they mean nothing. Too many people sit around waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect conditions before they take a step forward. But the truth is, perfection does not exist. If you wait for the stars to align, you will never get started. A results-driven mindset means moving forward no matter what, even if you don't have all the answers yet. Taking action separates winners from dreamers. Dreamers have big goals, great visions, and powerful ideas, but they never move past the planning stage. Winners understand that ideas mean nothing without execution. They don't just think about success. They go after it with everything they have. They understand that the only way to get results is to put in the work, take risks, and keep moving forward even when things don't go as planned. One of the biggest mistakes people make is overthinking. They analyze every possible outcome, try to predict every challenge, and spend so much time planning that they never actually start. Planning is important, but over-planning leads to procrastination. A results-driven person knows that action creates momentum. Even if you don't have a perfect strategy, just getting started puts you ahead of 90% of people who are still stuck in their head. The best way to learn, improve, and grow is through experience. You can read all the books in the world about swimming, but until you get in the water, you will never know how to swim. Fear is another reason people hesitate to take action. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of what others will think. It all stops people from moving forward. But fear is just an illusion. It only has power if you let it. The most successful people feel fear just like everyone else, but they don't let it control them. They take action in spite of fear. They understand that failure is part of the process. Every mistake is a lesson. Every setback is a stepping stone, and every failure brings them closer to success. If you want to build a results-driven mindset, you have to train yourself to act quickly. When you have a goal, don't sit on it. Take the first step immediately. Whether it's making a call, sending an email, writing down a plan, or just getting started in some small way, do it right away. The longer you wait, the more doubts creep in, the more you hesitate, the harder it becomes to take action. Success is built on speed and decisiveness. Winners don't wait for opportunities, they create them. Taking action also means being consistent. One big effort is not enough. You can't go to the gym once and expect to get in shape. You can't work on your goals for a week and expect success. Real results come from showing up every day, doing the work, and staying committed for the long haul. The people who succeed are the ones who keep going long after the excitement wears off. They take action whether they feel like it or not. Another important part of action taking is execution over perfection. Many people delay progress because they want everything to be perfect before they launch. They spend months tweaking, fixing, and refining, waiting for the right time. But the truth is, no matter how much you prepare, you will never be 100% ready. There will always be room for improvement, always things you'll learn along the way. Instead of aiming for perfection, aim for progress. Start where you are with what you have and improve as you go. One way to ensure you keep taking action is to set deadlines for yourself. If you don't give yourself a timeline, you will keep pushing things off. Treat your personal goals like you would a job assignment. Give yourself a set time to complete each step and hold yourself accountable. When you set clear deadlines, you force yourself to move forward instead of making excuses. Surrounding yourself with action takers is another powerful way to stay motivated. If you spend time around people who are always waiting, hesitating, and procrastinating, you will start to do the same. But if you surround yourself with people who take action, who execute their plans, and who push forward no matter what, their energy will inspire you to do the same. Find people who are making things happen and learn from them. Another key to taking action is removing distractions. Too often, people say they don't have time to work on their goals. But the truth is, they waste time on things that don't matter. Social media, TV, pointless conversations, and distractions steal your focus. If you are serious about success, you have to cut out the things that are slowing you down. Set boundaries, manage your time wisely, and create an environment that pushes you to stay productive. At the end of the day, action is what turns dreams into reality. If you want success, you have to be a doer, not just a thinker. Ideas are worthless without execution. Talent means nothing without work. The people who win in life are not the smartest or the most talented. They are the ones who take action over and over again until they reach their goals. If you want to build a results-driven mindset, stop waiting, stop hesitating, and start doing. The faster you take action, the faster you will see results. Your environment plays a huge role in shaping your mindset and ultimately your results. The people you surround yourself with, the things you consume, and the habits you develop all contribute to the way you think and operate. If you want to build a results-driven mindset, you have to take control of your environment and make sure it supports your success. Too many people fail because they allow themselves to be influenced by negativity, distractions, and people who do not push them to be better. If you are serious about achieving results, you must be intentional about creating an environment that fuels your growth. One of the most important factors in your environment is the people you spend time with. If you are constantly around negative, lazy, and unmotivated people, their mindset will rub off on you. You will start making excuses like they do, complaining like they do, and doubting yourself like they do. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with ambitious, disciplined, and successful people, you will naturally start thinking and acting like them. Energy will push you to set higher standards for yourself. Success is contagious, but so is failure. If the people around you are not helping you grow, they are holding you back. It's that simple. You have to be ruthless about protecting your energy. There are people in your life who constantly drain you. People who doubt your dreams, criticize your efforts, and make you feel small. You don't have to cut them off completely, but you do have to limit their influence. Spend less time with people who bring negativity and more time with those who challenge you to be better. Seek out mentors, role models, and like-minded individuals who are working toward their own goals. These are the people who will push you to stay focused, take action, and never settle for less. Another key part of shaping your environment is what you feed your mind. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant in it will grow. If you constantly consume negativity, doubt, and distractions, that's what will take root. But if you fill your mind with knowledge, inspiration, and motivation, you will develop a strong, results-driven mindset. Pay attention to the books you read, the podcasts you listen to, and the content you consume. Are they helping you grow, or are they keeping you stuck? Replace mindless scrolling and negative news with material that pushes you forward. Listen to people who have already achieved what you want. learn from their experiences, adopt their habits, and apply their wisdom to your own journey. Your physical environment also plays a major role in your productivity and mindset. A cluttered, messy, and disorganized space leads to a cluttered and distracted mind. If your workspace is full of distractions, you will struggle to focus. Create an environment that promotes productivity. Keep your space clean, remove distractions, and set up a system that allows you to work efficiently. Whether it's a home office, a gym, or a creative studio, make sure your environment is designed to help you stay on track. Habits are another powerful way to shape your environment for success. Your daily routines determine your long-term results. If you want to build a results-driven mindset, you have to develop habits that support your goals. Start your day with intention, whether it's through exercise, meditation, reading, or setting clear goals. Small habits done consistently lead to massive results over time. The key is to eliminate habits that slow you down and replace them with habits that move you forward. If you're constantly distracted by social media, set time limits. If you struggle with procrastination, create a structured schedule. The more you automate your success habits, the easier it becomes to stay focused and disciplined. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking they have unlimited willpower. The truth is, willpower is a limited resource. If you rely on sheer discipline to stay focused, you will eventually burn out. That's why shaping your environment is so important. If you want to eat healthy, don't keep junk food in your house. If you want to wake up early, put your alarm across the room. If you want to stay productive, eliminate distractions before they become a problem. The less energy you have to spend on fighting temptation, the more energy you have to focus on your goals. Another important aspect of shaping your environment is managing your time wisely. Your time is your most valuable asset, and how you spend it determines your results. Too many people waste hours on things that don't matter, scrolling on their phones, watching TV, or engaging in meaningless conversations. If you want to be successful, you have to be intentional with your time. Schedule your days, set priorities, and make sure every hour is spent working towards something meaningful. You don't have to be busy all the time, but you do have to be productive. Every minute you waste is time you could have spent getting closer to your goals. Your environment also includes your mindset. The way you think and talk to yourself matters. If you constantly tell yourself you're not good enough, you will start to believe it. If you allow self-doubt to take over, you will hesitate to take action. A results-driven mindset means training yourself to think positively, believe in your abilities, and push through challenges. Speak success into your life. Use affirmations, visualize your goals, and remind yourself daily that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Your thoughts shape your reality, so make sure they are working for you, not against you. At the end of the day, success is about setting yourself up to win. You cannot build a strong mindset in a weak environment. If you are constantly surrounded by negativity, distractions, and bad habits, you will struggle to reach your full potential. But if you take control of your environment by choosing the right people, feeding your mind with positivity, developing success habits, and managing your time wisely, you will put yourself in a position to succeed. A results-driven mindset starts with the decisions you make every day. Build an environment that supports your goals, and success will follow. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey to success. A results-driven mindset is not just about winning. It is about learning, growing, and pushing forward despite the setbacks. Too many people give up the moment they face failure. They take it as a sign to quit instead of seeing it as a lesson that can move them forward. If you want to be successful, you have to change your perspective on failure. Instead of fearing it, embrace it. Instead of letting it define you, use it to refine you. The most successful people in the world have failed more times than the average person has even tried. What separates them from everyone else is that they don't let failure stop them. They use it as fuel to get better. When you face failure, you have two choices. You can let it break you, or you can let it build you. The difference between winners and losers is how they respond to failure. Losers see failure as an excuse to quit. Winners see failure as feedback. They analyze what went wrong, adjust their approach, and come back stronger. Every failure holds a lesson, but you have to be willing to look for it. Maybe you didn't prepare enough. Maybe you made a wrong decision. Maybe there was something you overlooked. Whatever the reason, failure is never wasted if you learn from it. The key is to take responsibility for your mistakes, make the necessary changes, and keep moving forward. A big part of overcoming failure is your mindset. If you see failure as proof that you are not good enough, you will never push past it. But if you see failure as part of the process, you will keep going no matter how many times you fall. Think about a baby learning to walk. When they fall, they don't sit down and say, maybe walking isn't for me. No, they get back up and try again. They keep trying until they master it. That's how you have to approach your goals. Stop expecting success to come easily. Stop expecting everything to go perfectly. Success is messy. It is full of setbacks, mistakes, and challenges. But every time you fail, you get one step closer to your goal if you don't give up. One of the biggest mistakes people make is letting fear of failure stop them from even trying. They are so afraid of looking foolish, making mistakes, or not getting it right the first time that they never take the first step. But here's the truth. You are going to fail. It's inevitable. No one gets it right the first time. The first business you start might not take off. The first job you apply for might reject you. The first project you work on might not turn out the way you expected. But that doesn't mean you should stop. Every failure teaches you something. Every mistake prepares you for the next opportunity. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be willing to keep going. Resilience is the key to a results-driven mindset. If you want to succeed, you have to develop thick skin. You have to learn how to take hits and keep moving. There will be moments when you doubt yourself. There will be times when you feel like giving up. That's when you have to remind yourself why you started. Think about the people who depend on you. Think about the future you are working toward. Think about the dream that made you start in the first place. Let that be the reason you don't quit. The road to success is not easy, but it is worth it. Every successful person you admire has faced failure. They have been rejected, laughed at, and counted out. But they didn't stop. And because they didn't stop, they won.